Talk about hairdos.
Yeah.
About what?
Well, you were talking about hairdos earlier. You were saying that mom looks for hairdos. There's a
Yeah, yeah.
sound.
She looks at it.
There's a sound I was waiting for. Hey, everybody. This is my name is Nelson Buck, and this is the Mardox Daily Life Chat. I've got so many chat rooms now. I got to try to or YouTube channels. I got to keep remembering which one's which. We do this Monday through Friday every week at 3 p.m. Eastern or noon Pacific or 9 p.m. in Germany. What did he say it was? It was European Central Time. I think what he said. And yeah, we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So if you guys want to join us on Twitch, go ahead. It's twitch.tv/Mardox1. Or, and it's right at the bottom of the screen. Or join us live on zoom.mardox.com. Okay, guys, so what's the topic for today? Cricket. Dad?
Wait, hold on.
For what? I got nothing to hold on to. It's all gone. It all disappeared.
Oh,
It's all vanished.
yeah.
Cool. Dad, you're muted.
Yeah.
We were talking about what topic to talk about. You muted yourself. Now I'm all alone here because no one's saying anything.
I'm
Cricket?
not. Hold on.
There we go. I had to sign in like Brianna's doing.
Oh, okay, yeah. If
That's
you
not
got,
what I'm doing right now, but
yeah, at least go over and watch on Twitch. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, one viewer so far. One. Oh, one.
Well, you keep saying Twitch. When I go to Mardox, there I sign in there, right?
Yeah, either one.
Okay. Because on Friday, not everybody was signed in. I couldn't see anyone. I usually do.
No, but not everybody signs in, Dad. It's if they want to. It's voluntary. They don't have to do it. It's if they want to. Cricket.
So we're gonna
Thanks a
have to
lot,
go.
Rihanna. Thanks a
We're
lot.
going to go on a point system. Demerits.
I hear the crickets. I hear them.
No cricket. She's watching puppets.
No, I hear cricket sound. I hear cricket sounds from her side.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I was making. I did that for you.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. We
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why when I go to Mardox and it says I click sign in,
Yeah.
does it automatically go to a page that says, "Sorry, we have encountered an error"?
Yeah, I know of the problem. Let me see if I can. Let me see. It's when you're signed out. You got to start signed out, right, to get it.
Yeah.
Let me sign out here and see. Maybe I can get around. Maybe I can use William Hanks's. So if I go to sign in, yeah, that one there. Sorry, we've encountered an error. It's a glitch I gotta fix. It has to do with the function that tracks what website you're at. Let's say you're at a website, you land on it, but it requires a login. It brings you to here to log in, and then it's supposed to bring you back to the page that you were previously at, so you don't lose track of where you were. Like say a blog post. But for some reason, when you click on the sign in part, the current system goes, "Sorry, we encountered an error. Please try again." It's like it tries to auto log you in, and then goes, "Oh, there's no password and username." In the logs, it shows an unknown user tried to log in, and then when a person logs in, then it's all okay. So yeah, it's a little glitch I gotta fix.
Well, there was that error on Friday. So I was logged in and everything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, error 500. What?
Where? At Mardox?
Yeah, right on the center screen there where you show us the your computer once in a while. You know, when you open a page. And
Yeah. Error
yeah.
500.
But I was signed in and everything. I could see everything with a delay. And all of a sudden, error 500. Whatever.
Because error 500 is internal server error. That's I would have had a note about that. It wasn't.
That was Friday.
But hold on now. Was it in was it in the look at the stream, and I'll show you the page here. Or here I'll share the screen with you guys here. Yeah, I'll share the screen. It'll be easier. See if I can get used to doing this. Just bear with me 1 second here. Okay, you seen the screen? Now everybody sees my YouTube now.
Right.
Woohoo. Everybody sees my YouTube. Here, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. There. Oh, that's gone. Okay, now at Mardox, it was it in a page like. I gotta be careful here not to show. Was it in this page here, Dad?
Yeah, that black square there.
Okay, that's not us. The error 500. If it was in this section here, that would have been Twitch had an error.
Okay, because I was logged in, I could see everything,
Yeah,
and it went to error 500.
yeah, like your photos showed up, the menu showed up, all this text
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
up. Okay,
everything showed
yeah,
up.
yeah. If it shows error 500 in this box, it was a Twitch problem, not a Mardox problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because what happens is, let's say, and I just want to clear so people understand here. If you went to affiliate toolbox, let's say affiliate link, and then boom, you got error 500 at the top of the screen here instead of all this stuff. I get a notification that there was an internal server error, and then an email tells me everything that occurred to get that error.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's usually there was a hiccup or something somewhere. So yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't bother with it. I just left it there.
No, that was Twitch. Just reload Twitch in that case.
Oh no, I need you, Nelson.
Yeah.
And I need you to bring I need you to share the screen again.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. And what?
And click on daily live chat.
Yeah. Don't show me a spelling mistake, please. You're about to show me a spelling mistake, right?
Yes.
Okay, where?
It says, in order to be read, well, it's not, it's a, well, I mean, it is a spelling mistake, but it says I'm supposed to paste, not paste the
Yeah.
code.
I've told him about
I
that.
fixed that one. I thought. Oh, that's it. Oh, here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's fix it while we speak here. Oh, I will fix it. I am fixing this as we're speaking. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I'll have to go. I'll have to hold on a second. Welcome to tech support. How may I help you? Okay, hold on a second. Daily live chat.
You can help us by getting us a tech.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we fired his ass. He was just too lazy. I wish Michael was here. He'd be laughing his butt off right now. And we want live. Is it live chat? I think it is under live chat. Yes, it is. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, it's under live chat. Let's go check that out. And then we do the whole thing with the blah 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 thing. And paste. Yes, paste. PASTE. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, cool. I suck at spelling. And of course, Grammarly didn't notice it because past is a word. Okay, now press F5 to reload your page.
Okay.
And here it says paste. There we
Yeah.
go. Okay, guys.
Yay.
Are we happy now? Yay! We did it. We did
Yeah.
a tech support thingy. Well, I fixed my own. Okay, don't go through all the spelling mistakes though on the site. Not now though. It's not the time. How do
We
I?
only have an hour, not a week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I gotta categorize when we do stuff. Hey, Dad, you said there was a drive-by shooting in a place
Yeah, in Surrey.
in Surrey, BC.
Yeah. They picked up multiple shells, empty shells on the street.
Yeah, but that must be BB pellets.
Huh?
That must be BB pellets. It's
No,
Canada.
no. They're either a repeater or I didn't get the caliber, but the empty shells are about 1.5 inches long.
Yeah, but that could be anything from an AK to a
Well, still a drive-by.
it could be an Uzi.
Yeah.
A lot of calibers. Yeah.
The people that came running outside said, "Well, this ain't the first time," and they're asking police for help up there.
The thing is, I've seen bullets that are 3 inches long, and it's
Yeah.
not the bullet, it's the section that's your primer. Then there's your gunpowder, and then it's a little head part that gets launched. There's not much of it gets launched off into
Yeah.
the let's say the tree, right? Because not even a tree. Tree's a living thing. The target. It's just the tip that gets sent off into the target. The rest is gunpowder and your actual firing mechanism. Yeah, but you look at this long 3-4 inch M1 bullet, and they're like, holy Toledo, this thing's a rocket, and it's not all that goes in you.
Just a lead at the end that
Yeah.
gets
That's it,
But the bigger the bullet, the faster it goes.
Well, the more gunpowder, yeah. That's it.
And then there's different types of tips. Some tips don't hardly damage. Others open up like a mushroom.
Oh, those are bad. Well, the worst, the worst one I've seen, and those are the they're called hollow points. They don't just mushroom, but like you said, they open up like a star inside, and just it's like why do we need these things? You shoot an animal for hunting, and that opens up. Now you got fragments of metal all over your meat.
No, it goes right through.
Not always. When they open up
Oh.
like that, no, they stay. It fragments. It's meant to sever arteries and stuff.
A bullet like that, if
No,
you're
but-
hunting bear
Yeah.
or a moose or something, it goes right through.
But we think guns are bad. Let's go back to the time of the let's say the 6th century and 1000 BC, AD.
Yeah.
We were trying to find ways of killing ourselves by burning, torturing, stretching, hanging, poisoning, encasing. I said stretching. It's like humans are like, I don't know. It's in us to find ways of hammering ourselves over the head with clubs. It's like hunga bunga. It's amazing we're still alive. It's amazing as a species that we're still around.
Oh, well. Just us good guys staying around.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's the women that keep us in control and say, no, don't hit him over the head with a club. Here's something made of foam. Do that. Don't. Then they develop boxing, wrestling, hockey, right?
Well, I know about that, Nelson. Because during the war, the women were the ones manufacturing the guns and the ammunition. Here, guys, go shoot somebody.
Yeah, well, that was World War I, World War II, you mean? That was more like, let's get rid of the men. We don't need the men anymore. They're just killing everything,
So, it got me thinking now.
Yeah, that's it.
Brianna, you don't own a gun, do you?
Nope.
Oh, I hope not. Oh, I don't want to own a gun. I'd admit, if someone broke into my house, I am going to defend my house because I got women here. I will defend my house at all costs and defend my property. And the other day, there was 2 guys that got out of a car, 4 of them actually, and all. By the time I got out of my truck, I was in my truck, I was looking in the rear view, a car across the street parks, and then 4 guys get out, and they're all walking towards the house. And I got out of the truck because my wife and daughter were just in the van just beside my truck and didn't know what was going on. 4 guys, 2 women, just me. And I got out and I went, you guys are who? And they went, oh, we're Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, okay. But the way they approached was almost, hey, can you imagine? You're an elderly lady and 4 guys are at your door? Ew, and it could be, like I told John Brewer, it could be intimidating. I'm not answering the door. There's 4 guys at the door. And I told them, guys, that's not good, But
well, what they should do is let one and say, "Excuse me, can I speak with you or something?"
Yeah, you see me. You see me at the car address. May I come on your property?
No.
No, stay where you are.
Stay in the middle of the road. There's a bus is doing about 17 seconds.
Yeah, no. You put you put your hand like this, but off to the side. Yeah, stay where you are. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. I'm going to throw lint
But at that time, it won't be a Jehovah's Witness. It'll be a detective or something.
Oh, that's okay. I'm still.
And he's got a real one.
I'm still allowed to protect my property. He still needs a reason to come on my property. Hey, for those of you wondering what's going on with my background, why it looks so shitty, let's give a little explanation here. And we've got 5 viewers. I'm renovating this side of my basement. This is where my desk used to be over here. My desk is now where Tiffany used to be. On other videos, we used to see Tiffany behind me. So I moved my desk out, and I gotta put up walls now here. So yeah, that's why my basement, my back of my set looks like shit.
I was wondering if maybe you were working on a green screen.
Well, that was green screen, and then it just whatever stayed up. I took green paper at the time and just hung it up, and I hung it up over here on the wall, and but it came apart. So just to block the sunlight, because at a certain point of the year I get blinded with sunlight coming in here. So I put those sheets up there as a quick curtain. I'm in my basement, nobody sees anything.
I mean,
well, we do.
It would be cool. It would be cool if you could green screen things in.
Well,
I mean,
that's what
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
But not live.
Yeah, I can do it with the new office space that I'm building. One of the walls I'm going to paint green, and and it's a special paint. It's called Chroma Key green. And what it is, the pigment is exactly the same where you paint. The color of the green is the same. You don't get blotchiness differences, and it's really expensive paint. 4 liters of it, or 1 gallon, is about $290.
Wow, that is expensive.
Yeah, it is, but it's worth it because it takes 4 coats to put it on. So I'm going to paint an entire wall green. So anything I do behind me or my desk, I'm going to be able to green key it out if I want. And I can put like, a beach or an office space, or, make it look like it goes on for infinity, But that's part of the renovations that I'm doing.
We'll put Brianna's home up there.
Yeah, that's it. I'll snapshot Brianna's place when she's not in there, and I'll put it up so it looks like I'm at her place at the same time. Yeah, but
with the cheese puffs.
I got videos up on my YouTube channel that shows that I'm using a green screen, and there's a lot of neat stuff you can do. At one point, I take a cell phone, and Jackie and I made a joke about it, saying that there's an app you can download and that you can see inside someone's body. And as I bring it down over her tummy, you can see bones. And as I go up over my forehead, all you see is a pea. But what it was my cell phone with a piece of green paper cut out. This kind of paper here cut out to sit on the phone. So when I keyed that color green, I could put whatever I want. And behind the scenes was all the graphics laid out right where it was supposed to be. And then as we passed the phone, you saw different graphics in behind. It was pretty cool. And that's the kind of video editing I like to do. I like doing the trick stuff. The stuff where people say, "How did you do that?"
Very carefully.
There's a couple episodes of Nelson's Thoughts. If you look. Where usually I have images up here where we're doing the whole which way am I going here? I'm gonna go this way. Where usually we'll go blah blah blah, and there's an image that will show up here. But there's two videos that I did where I go, take a look at this photo, and the photo was behind my finger. And then I turned around and said, let's take a look at this video, and I motion like this as if I'm clicking on the play button, and then the video plays. It looks like it's right on the wall. And that was done with another sheet of green paper like this on my wall. And whenever I didn't have anything, I had the actual wall showing. And when I was showing the video, I was using the green screen effect. And there's a lot of neat things you can do with that. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of...
a lot of them are using those the kind of news channels and stuff like that. But they've come up like on the CBC or the CTV. There's always something moving around. You can't concentrate on what's going on.
Yeah. Like the weather.
Like you've always got something moving across, like lines. And,
like the weather guys do. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about the newscast.
Behind them, yeah.
It's always moving.
Yeah, I get distracted. I got videos like that I see, and they got a moving background, and I get fixated on the background, and I wind up not listening to what they're saying.
One I saw, and I actually turned it off myself. It's a road. Somebody driving down the road. You see everything go by.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really annoying.
And I've got OCD, and if I see that, let's say there's fence posts in the footage, I'll start counting the fence posts.
It's very distracting. First of all.
Yeah.
If you're going to put a video on or sit there and talk to you on camera, let us see that, not everything else in the world moving around.
Yeah, it gets too busy, But then there's some people, when I'm doing my new series now, the standard is you're supposed to have something up for 5 seconds, no longer than 5, like in this section here, for 5 seconds. And then when you take it down, no less than 3 seconds, but no more than 15 before you put something else up. That's the attention span of a human. Is that when you put an image up, after 5 seconds, you're like, okay, whatever. It's like it's too long.
Yeah, I saw it already.
Yeah, it's like, come on, get on to the next thing. But then if you take it away, and then they're like, well, where's the next thing? The human brain is like, come on, feed. I don't have time for this. Feed it, It's wow. Human beings have less of an attention span than goldfish.
Or they have a video and two things happen. They go to the video and they're supposed to talk about this specific topic, and they go all around it, never talk about that topic.
Oh, yeah, that's called clickbaiting.
Or they show you a video, for example, Evel Knievel jumps the Grand Canyons. You click on it and you get a totally different video.
Yeah, that's called clickbaiting. That's where like the thumbnail will say, I made $1 million last night. And then you go click on it and the guy talks about how you could make $1 million. But he doesn't tell you how he actually did it.
No, not that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about news stations.
Yeah, but even news stations, same thing. Like you said, Evel Knievel jumped over the Grand Canyon, but then when you're talking, it talks about how a guy is building a car. That's called clickbaiting. Clickbaiting.
No, but
Yeah.
the video has nothing to do with what they say you should be looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on a news station, I don't understand because that should not be
A news station on TV or on the web?
on the web.
On the web, I'm just wondering if it's a browser issue. You click on a video. It's happened to me even on YouTube. I click on a video and I get another person's video. It's not anybody doing anything. It's more like the browser screwed up, tracking which video you actually clicked on. That's happened.
Well, no, when I go to CTV,
Oh,
I have the
that's,
images on the right side, and let's see, there's a moose in town or whatever.
Yeah.
Most of them you get.
Hold on.
It's like a Trojan or a worm or something,
Say that-
probably in your browser.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Here, let's take for example. I just let's share the screen here just for a second so everybody can see it here. Just so everybody can see it. Let's say, for example, here I'm on YouTube, and for argument's sake, I want to click over here on this guy's channel. I'll click it, but instead of getting this channel here where my mouse is in the middle at the top, I'll get this one over here, and it's like it's either I'm right on the edge, or I'm not sure exactly, but it's happened quite a few times. Click on one and get another, and I'm not.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, and it has happened, but it's I don't.
No, Nelson, that's not what I'm talking about whatsoever. I'm not on YouTube or anything. I'm on a
No, but even CTV News, it could happen there too. You click on a video and the browser doesn't recognize what video you actually want to click on. You got another one.
The videos are 2 by 3 inches, and I click in the center. I mean, there's no mistaking.
Well, yeah, but that's what it's happened to me on YouTube. And so
I'm not
CTV.
talking about YouTube. There's all kinds of junk up there.
No, Dad, I'm not talking about the junk. I'm talking about video A you want to click on, but you get video B.
And that happens a lot
That's what I'm
on
saying.
YouTube.
But
Like they'll put you a Clint Eastwood movie up there, Western, blah, 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 with the title and everything. That's not what's there whatsoever.
that's what I'm saying. I think
You know, so-
there's a glitch on the website when that happens, I think.
So that I'm not worried about.
Well, you must be because it bothers you.
No, I'm just saying that those things should not happen. But they can't check everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on in servers. When we surf a website, it's incredible how much information is being passed between when we click and when you actually see something. It's some people say it's gotten to be too complex. You ask Josh, you'll say it's very complex. It's like layer on layer on layer of activity, and for every layer of whatever software, there's a probability of something going wrong. So
Yeah.
Well, there was one time the company MDG. I went to log in, and it was logging me in as a U.S. side. I was getting access to another lady's account. Happened to be a senator in one of the states, and she had happened to order something through MDG. I had all her account information, and it was like,
Really?
yeah, and because it happened to be that we had the same account number, but me, I'm Canadian, and hers is U.S. But the actual digits in the account number were the same. So when I went to MDG, I know. But when I went to MDG.US and put my code in, it logged me in as her. So yeah, that's not good. So I called them, I bitched. They finally corrected the problem as far as I know. And that's not good as a company.
Because the internet doesn't recognize U.S. or Canada. They recognize that account number.
No. That company runs their company as each website is a separate site. Canada's Canada, U.S. is U.S. They don't mingle.
But all you gotta do is type in U.S. instead of CA, and
But that's what I mean. But I went to .us by accident, typed in my account number, and it took me as her. You see. It logged me into her account.
Her bank account first.
Well, no. There's no banking information, not that level, but it's still. I would have been able to order stuff on her account.
We could have went to Brianna's.
I should have ordered. I should have ordered that Acer on her account. which, by the way, I had to mail back on the phone today for 2 hours. Get the background noise, guys.
I know my video started accident. Please shut up, video.
Hold on. No rush. You got it?
There we go.
Okay. So the Acer, I had to return it finally, but Acer is telling me that computer that I got for Tiffany, Acer was telling me that it's MDG's problem, and when I called MDG, they say no, it's Acer's problem. You see, and they're playing this game where I think any normal human being would say, "Screw it, I give up. You know, whatever. I'll just fix it myself. You know, and not deal with it." But I continued. I hounded this. You know, to the point that my wife got upset today. I was on the phone. I'm telling the guy, "Give me your supervisor. Can I talk to your supervisor?" And he's like, "Well, no, but we got to do this protocol." And this guy's being an idiot. All you have to do is give me a supervisor, you know. And to the point, I'm going, "Give me your supervisor. Te hablo inglés," you know. And it's like I'm just getting so annoyed. I'm yelling at this guy, you know. I counted 20 some odd times. I said, "Give me your supervisor." He still wouldn't do it. He put
Yeah, because they got to go through a whole sheet of
No,
instructions.
no. The previous person I talked to, I asked them, "Can you pass me to level 2?" They said, "Yeah, please hold." They sent me to level 2 instantly. He had my
Yeah.
file. He was just being a dick.
But
know.
you got a confirmation number there,
I
so you
did.
use that number.
No, I did, but this guy was being a dick. This guy wanted me to confirm my address, my phone number, everything. It's like re-look up the number on the box and the model number on the computer and the color of my underwear, and then finally I got to a
Yeah.
level 2. You know,
That's what I told Belle. I told her, "Do you want to see the color of my underwear too?"
yeah, that's it.
You know, and
So-
she says, "Well, we have to." I said, "No. My lawyer says I do this and I ask for this, and it should go straight through.
That's it.
No questions." Just a moment, sir.
That's it. So today with level 2, I said, "Can we solve this?" Well, there's nothing to solve. It's a replacement issue. Call your distributor. And I told if I call my distributor, they're gonna say talk to you guys because it's a hardware problem because the code is on the Windows key is on the motherboard. And so going through all the hoops, I said, can I go to level 3? And the lady goes, "Well, there's no justification to send you to level 3. I said, "Yeah, there is. Once I contact my lawyer and the TV stations here in town, CTV News, CBC, the whole 9 yards, and give them my story of what my experience with you guys, suddenly I was with level 3. Suddenly I got a shipping label to send the computer back.
And now they're on YouTube.
Yeah, now they're on YouTube. Suddenly they're going to take care of it. Now, here's the other thing. With the talk with Acer, we've discovered the computer is a used computer I'm buying. And it's not new. And it was packaged with Acer tape.
Yeah.
When I got the computer, when you get a computer system, there's a protective film that covers all the plastic and the screen, you know?
Yeah.
There was none of that on there. And when I booted the computer for the first time, when I plugged it in, turned it on, it was instantly in Windows 7. It's supposed to ask you, we're going to set up Windows 7 or do you want Windows 10? I seen that setup now. They showed it to me. I said, no, I never went through that ever. It dropped me right into Windows 7. There was never any setup, never asked my keyboard, date or time or nothing. It was just, boom, Windows 7. And the other part, like I said in the previous show, the Windows key is telling us that it's already being used on another computer and it's invalid. So it's a used machine. It's already been activated at one time somewhere in the world and sent back, repackaged, resent to distribution, and then got sold. So I have a used computer.
Yeah. Brianna, why did you put up an upload link
For what?
in the chat? I don't know. Adam Tinger or whatever.
Because I want you to look at it.
Is it safe to open?
It's just a picture.
I'll trust your pictures. Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Picture of what?
Well, open it up. Okay, that's a puppet that you made or that someone else made.
Someone else made.
Oh, cool. That is neat. That is neat. Wow. How long does it take a person to do a puppet like that? Do you know?
Oh
I
boy.
don't know. I haven't ever.
Did you take a picture of Lauren?
I'm just starting to learn about him.
Well, no, that's not Lauren. Lauren's way better looking than that.
Yeah, but she's not on. I can say that right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but she watches. She might be watching right now.
But that's a mean little lady.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean with the ball and chain. James is on. James, hi, James. 85% of the computers listed online for special discount are redistributed. You will not get whatever is stated. Yeah, that's true. That is true, James.
Yeah, living it.
Yeah, no, but again, talking to Acer, somebody slipped and said that this was a 2016 model, which means that would have been put out after June of 2016, and we're at the beginning of 2018, so it's already a year old. You know, at least you're right.
At
And
least, yeah.
but yet the stores still say or brand new in box, brand new in the box. Yeah, you're right, James. You're right. Hey, so yeah, no, it's brand new in box. Keep that in mind. Yeah. No, but
No, brand new box.
yeah, brand new box. But what I want to end off with is when you get in a situation like this, where you got one company sending you to another and they're bouncing you back and forth. Yes, go through their protocol, but raise hell. Get your way. Because these companies should not walk all over you. I got to the point that at the end of the whole thing, I got credited $85 for my time. So I got some money back from the distributor. You know, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, but now it's been
It's a
shipped.
good thing.
Well,
Yeah. Now it's been. I'm just reading a comment here. But go ahead. What were you saying, Dad?
No, I was saying to Brianna, $85, but it's been a week on the phone. It's not very much,
Yeah.
you know.
I was being silly because he said, that's a good thing. And I said, like Martha Stewart, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. User Moron Buster that's on our channel is saying that if they don't fix your computer or replace it, ask for a refund. If they don't do that, go down there and cut their threaten. Basically, say you're going to go down there and cut their shit balls off. Yeah, but that's threatening, and you gotta wonder why people go and bomb places and go shoot up places. You get your clients so pissed off. If I had a client that came to me for hosting and site design, and had the troubles that I had with these two companies over, okay, let's get this straight, because this goes back to the 12th of February. The order process took to the 28th of February. On the 2nd of March, I finally got the computer, and I still can't use the computer today. I'm mailing it back. I'm probably going to have it in 10 days. So you're looking at a 20-day span before I'm actually going to be able to go and actually use it. And if that happened to me, one of my clients, oh man, they get the service for free. I wouldn't even question it. I would never get to a point where the client calls me up and goes, "You stupid son of a bleep, 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 bleep," and give me my bleep, bleep, bleep money. You know, it would be, here's your money back. Your service is free. It should never get to that point. Not to the point that I was yelling at them. You know. Wow. What I'd like to know what James has for experience with these companies out there. Oh geez. But yeah, no, a lot of stuff that we get is not what we're being told it is, huh? It's
Oh yeah.
you know, it's bad. What's the worst thing you got, Dad, from purchasing? And I don't know, you never get anything
Well,
bad. Oh, internet. That damn internet.
that damn internet.
Finger Hut. I heard that name.
What?
Well, the thing is, I could return the computer, but it is a computer. It was meant for my daughter. It was meant for Tiffany. In the previous videos behind me, Tiffany was sitting there, and she had an all-in-one. And the reason is she was talking about getting an all-in-one computer, but from Costco, and it's a white model, but it's an i3. And she does video editing and stuff like that. So I wanted to get her a Core i7 or better. And I went through the financing company, MDG. I could return it, but I'm not any better, basically, you know. So it is a $1,500 device, you know. So I'm going to stick with it. But yeah. Yeah, well, Acer, I may not want to buy an Acer in the future. I've got HP right now on my desk. It's the only Acer right now, unless somebody wants to. Oh, hold on a second. Do I have it here? Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, where did my little thing go? I had a little miniature Acer, and I was going through my stuff the other day, and I swore I thought I had it still. I must still have it.
Well, what about the meeting?
The what? No. It just bugs me now. Where is it? Now, I hope I didn't throw it out. No, I didn't throw it out. No, did I throw it? No, it's got to be around here somewhere. It's got to be. I wanted to show you, but it's an Acer. I think it's an Acer. It's a little tiny mini laptop. It's like 10 an 8 or a 10-inch screen on it. Those worked really good. They lasted a long time, and then they got old like everything else. It's like, yeah, no, now it's gonna bug me. I don't know where it is. I think my office got torn up. Hey, Dad, six of these bins that are here. Let's talk about stuff. These bins that are right here. Get my stomach out of the way. These bins. I had 6 of them. I'm down to 2.
Okay.
You should see all the electronics I had to go out.
Good.
You have electronics that has to go to recycling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do mine and yours, and we'll go do it this week. They're open Tuesday. So yeah, because I got a bin of electronics, and that's important too. People should know. Don't throw your electronics in the garbage. Go to your recycling center and bring them back and get them recycled. There's a lot of good materials in electronics, even if they're old coffee pots and old TVs. And the big garbage in Sherbrooke doesn't pick TV. They don't take TVs that are big garbage. That has
They
to
don't take any electronics or tires.
That's right. The electronics have to go to the recycling center.
And the tires.
A while ago, I bought an SSL certificate for my site.
Yeah.
So now it's actually secure.
Oh, cool. Oh, you got an SSL certificate. How much did you pay for that?
Oh, not too much.
Not too much, because I provide them with my clients' accounts. If you need hosting the next time, let me know, because it comes with your account at Mardox. You can have 2 hosted domains, and I got Auto SSL on there. It's just automatically set up. You don't have to pay.
How much is that?
Well, the hosting pack, the whole package, like for you, would be $19.95 a month, but it comes with 2 domain hostings in the account. You can,
Well, I'm paying less than that for 3 months right now.
for 1 domain.
But you see, what I'm doing is that I have unlimited web space,
Yeah, here too.
and let me see, Hostinger,
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
and I had bought some domains through GoDaddy. I already have, but I might transfer them to another
Yeah.
provider.
Well, check and see if you want to move it over. I can arrange for that. It's not a problem. Like I said, I got lots of room. Okay, now it's really bugging me. It's really bugging me where it went. I can't find it. Oh, it's gonna bug the crap out of me now until I find it.
It's probably upstairs on the kitchen table.
No, not everything is on the kitchen table, Dad.
Well, most of it.
Most of it, yeah. Most of it, yes, but not all of it. No, really, it's bugging me now. Where did that? I didn't move that much stuff that far.
Well, whatever.
No, but because it bugs me now because I'm wondering if it went to the garbage. I hope.
You can look for it after hours.
Yeah, well, after hours might be too late because it means it's already in the garbage, and that sucks because it is still a good computer. Anyways, so what do you guys want to talk about?
Maybe it's in Tippy's room now.
Oh, yeah, that could be. Actually, that could be. Maybe Tiffy did pick it up. I'll have to ask her. I didn't know. It just not. You find something, you say, oh yeah, this is good, and you put it aside, and it's like, it must be somewhere.
Why did it change that email address?
I mean, it's an old little laptop. I mean, it's not gonna do very much, but it's still. It was just the idea of keeping it to show that it's a really small laptop. I got those before tablets even came out. That's how far back it goes. I'm not even sure if it starts anymore.
Oh, I have small laptops like that. I know what you mean.
Yeah, they're little mini laptops. Out of 5 computers I have sitting here, my 2 HPs are the best. Yes, HP I find is the best. Even when it comes to tech support, I had an HP problem once. And I wanted a replacement. They shipped the HP, and when I got to the door, the guy from UPS said I'm supposed to pick up another box. I already packaged it up. He left with it. So I packaged it. The next day, the new one came and it went. You know, there was none of this. Oh, we're gonna fix it stuff. You know, it was here's a new one. You know.
No, but HP has good online support as well.
Yeah, they do.
If you need drivers or whatever, you just go to HP drivers and they'll detect your machine and tell you which drivers you need for it.
Yeah.
I've never had problems with HP.
That's
Be
right.
it a printer or computer or whatever.
Well, it depends on a printer because some printers I've installed are brand new.
I know, but the information is there.
Yeah. Some stuff is just too new to be on the list, but yeah, no. Generally, 99% of the time it's available and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, HPs are pretty solid. They're I can't remember now. James, are your HPs Intel or AMD? I think they're AMD. I think, because that's an issue now. Nowadays with the microprocessors, Intel and AMD, I'd rather spend more money on Intel. You know, Brianna. Lenovo sucks, really?
Yeah.
Lenovo?
I don't know. I've heard of them. I thought they just did cell phones. You ordered one. You had to pay the shipping.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, you pay the shipping. I mean, I'm paying the shipping too, but it's hidden in the price. Let's face it. When they say it's $1,500, it's probably like $1,420, and they're putting shipping in the price of the machine. You know, so that's more of a marketing thing where one company hides it in the price.
I'm talking about sending it back.
Oh, you had to pay for it for them to take care of it. You had to pay the shipping.
Yes.
That's not right.
But isn't Lenovo software for Androids and stuff like that?
No. It's a manufacturer, computer manufacturer, electronics manufacturer.
Because I've seen that recently too.
Yeah, they make. I know them because they make cell phones. Cell phones. They're into the higher end cell phones. I think, as far as I know, they're into the higher end stuff. Which one to get, AMD or Intel? I would say go with Intel. I have currently Intel laptops on the PCs, but I want to get new ones or both. If you can get both Intel or AMD together and try them out, get the same class and try and see. But AMD is under fire right now because what they claim the speed is at, and it's actually lower. Whereas Intel, they're claiming the speed and they're relatively at that speed. Now AMD can get away with, do you have caching activated? Are you multi-threading? Are you overclocking? There's a lot of stuff there. But again, when you start your computer up and they say it's 3600 megahertz, it's what am I saying? Gigahertz. 3.6 gigahertz. It should be 3.6 gigahertz, not 3.1. You know, or 2.9. You know, you should start it up and it should run that way. The same thing with the computer I bought. It's sold as Windows 10. When I plug it in, it should say Windows 10. You know.
At least that much.
Yeah, at least that much. And not Windows 8. Stay away from Windows 8 from what I understand is bad. But I would go with HP. Yeah, HP and if you can afford the Intel, go with Intel. Their stability of their product is a little better. I know Intel backs up their product. Even if you overclock, Intel won't say, "Oh, you overclocked your processor," or you don't cover it, as long as you don't go start changing the pins on the chip. They'll support overclocking. And AMD, if you overclock, I've heard of cases where they go, "Oh no, you overclocked it. It's not our problem." And overclocking, for those that don't know, it's where you set the settings of the processor to the maximum strength of the processor, so it's basically running full time maximum force. It's kind of like, a Lamborghini. You buy a Lamborghini and you can only drive it to 1/3 of its power. It's a race car. It's meant to go full force, right? It's meant to have force. And if you can't use it, then why have it?
No, but no matter what you buy, you should never run a maximum. Nothing is made to run maximum.
No, that's the thing now. Intel if you buy a 3.6 gigahertz Intel, and they say it's overclockable to 4.2 gigahertz, you can overclock it to 4.2 and run it all the time. They're guaranteeing it will handle 4.2, but you're better off. You're going to be more stable at 3.6.
Yeah.
But Intel will tell you that if you go to 4.2, you need to have it water cooled. You need to have a cooling system that's adequate for that processor.
So you're going to sit it in the bathtub.
Oh yeah. And but I know that AMD, that would be an example. Oh, did you have water cooling? What kind of water cooling did you use? Did you use the proper thermal paste? They use a lot of excuses, and you're not covered. So
Yeah.
and you can overclock. Most affordable Intel chips don't offer that option. James, they do offer it, but you need a Core i7 or Core i9 Intel chips to overclock. Anything lower than a Core i7, and I think now this generation coming out now, I think it's Core i9 up to the i9X. The gold chip, which is it's an astronomical price. Those are the ones you can overclock in, but there is a series. I think it's lower than Core i7s. You cannot overclock. They're just not capable of doing it. I mean, you're probably already at their max as it is. Yeah. Okay. So for the other comment, yeah. But like I said, PC or laptop, either one. I'd go myself as PC. And like I said, I would stick with Intel if you want to go with it. But AMD is not bad. Depends on what you're going to do with it. Are you doing video editing? Are you doing gaming? Are you doing data processing? Bitcoin mining? Depends on what you're doing. If you want performance, it's Intel. If you want functionality, AMD. Yeah, you open your laptop up at a coffee shop and start typing a text. Doesn't matter either one. But if you're doing high-end gaming and video editing like I do, like right now I'm streaming, I'm capturing off my camera, I'm broadcasting, then I got all the software behind load. I got about 10 programs open right now on this computer with 2 monitors, and so this processor has to be an Intel. If it was AMD, it would have crashed by now. I just wouldn't be able to handle it. Also, like all the frame rate, you want to make sure that the frames are all captured. I got to broadcast at 60 frames a second, so it's the work horsepower. AMD I don't think would be able to handle it.
Well, it might handle it, but you may hit a delay.
Yeah, there's gonna be sluggishness. It's not gonna be as nice as Intel. So it depends on what you need. But if you're just doing word processing or surfing, either one's fine. There's other ones too. There's Android chips out there now too. Google's coming out with a microprocessor. They're going to be creating their own microprocessor to compete with AMD and Intel. It's going to be a Google chip now. That's going to be something. Wow. It's all going to be Android based now. It's like, wow, Android computers, no Windows, no Linux, Android.
But compatible to what?
Well, they're in the phones. They're already in the phones, tablets. But I think Google wants to start to compete with the desktop computers and laptops. At that stage, because that's where the money is. Let's face it, you and I both know that the most expensive part in a brand new computer isn't the computer itself, it's the processor. That and the GPU. The graphics processing or math coprocessor, some people also purchase. Those 3 items are the most expensive. They're the ones that, we're talking really deep engineering. Hello, Gex's kitten. How would you run at the max? I never understood that. Well, that's what we're running at the max. That's what we call overclocking. You got to go into your BIOS. You ever see when you boot your computer, you got to press F2 or press Del for BIOS setup. You'd go in there, and then you'd have to adjust your processor's frequencies, voltages, stuff like that. But be very careful when you start messing with that. Is your computer water cooled for one? Do you know what you're doing? Do a lot of research before you change those values, because you can burn the chip. And then I've seen people disable functionality that prevents infinite looping. Like, for example, back in the day when I was using Apple IIe and Atari, we'd hear people's computers burning up. They would get a virus that would cause the microprocessor to try to calculate pi to the infinite decimal point. And by doing this, you tell the processor you have to stay at this speed constantly, and it calculates more and more and more and more and more and more, and you heat up the processor, and it just poof, it pops. That's what we call infinite looping. Be careful in the BIOS because you can disable the function to prevent infinite looping. So do your research before you do your research before you get into overclocking. But it is possible. Well, we saw that, Dad, I think, right? Back in the day, what was it we had? We had a computer that did that. No, it was an XT.
XT, yeah.
Yeah, that was common. The XTs went poof, puff of smoke. That's what we said. The computers burned up.
On the first 80s, which is just up from the XT, you would be able to go in and change it. And if you rebooted and went and looked again, there was no change made.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
So that was a protection.
Yeah, but James, those are the lower end chips. They're the Athlon. It's mid range. The chip that I got in my computer here is $350 Intel. So yeah, it depends on what class you want to get. I don't know the G3930. I think that's a GPU. I think, isn't it? Because I know that I'm looking into getting a GTX 1080 Ti, and I'm looking at about $1,500 for that board. If I go with Intel, then I want i7 or i9 if I can afford it with quad core to start. Yeah, your quad core is going to be i7 or i9. I go with i7. I think i9s, the Core i9s, I think they're too overrated right now. I would wait a couple of years for that technology to come down just a bit. If you have the money for a Core i9, go for it. It's nice to have, but I think it's the Lamborghini or the Porsche of the chain, where you could stick with i7, which is like an Audi. It's just as good, but it's the upper end, but not gonna break the bank. HP prices the past 5 years have become much more reasonable, which is the last two I bought very reliable. Yeah, that's cool. James, did you have desktop computers or laptops for your HPs? Because that's a big deal too. Desktop computers I find are more reliable than laptop computers. Laptops heat up too much. They heat up too fast.
I'm using a laptop right now.
You don't have problems with overheating?
Nope.
No?
Yeah, but most of those laptops are overheat. People use them on their mattresses. There's no air.
Yeah, the little I always found that strange. The vents should be on the side of the computer and venting out the side, not from underneath.
No, they're supposed to bring the air in from the bottom and out towards the front and partly on the edges.
Yeah, but if you
sit it down on your mattress, there is no more air.
Hi, Josh. How you doing, buddy?
Who's this Josh you speak
of? Mr. Alexander, who sends me pictures and websites that send me to porn.
I didn't send you nothing.
Okay.
You clicking crazy shit on your phone. I don't know what the hell you were thinking.
Josh, I know you use Mac, but without saying the word Macintosh or Mac, what PCs do you use? What brand?
Well, besides the Apple, I mainly use Asus.
Asus. Okay.
Yeah, or Asus.
Yeah, that's another good brand. That's
yep.
Yeah. Would you ever?
I also have I think what's my other one here? Hold on.
Would you?
I also have a. Which brand is this? Oh, I have another Chromebook as well.
Chromebook is a good question. Do you like the Chromebooks?
I used to use it for one purpose. It was a good computer if you get it at a coffee shop.
Oh, because you like you said before, there's nowhere to save files on it, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And then so I used to use it when I was in meetings all the time, and that way also if I forgot it, it's one of the cheapest computers out there. You can get them for like a couple $100.
Yeah. So if someone took it or something, who cares? You just lock it up. You can you got it. You can do a remote wipe, but again, it's connected to the cloud account, right?
Everything's connected on the cloud. You got it.
That's it. Yeah. You can't get viruses, I don't think, through it.
Nope. No hard drive.
No hard drive. Yeah. It's all memory. Yeah, that's not bad. I never thought about that. But the Chromebook is relative to what strength? Let's say Intel processor. What level or grade is that?
I'm sorry.
What strength of processor is that in a Chromebook? Are we talking bare
I don't
bones?
know, because it's bare bones. I mean, it's pretty much bare bones everything. I mean, because it doesn't need much processing power. The only thing it has is Chrome.
Okay, so
I mean,
it's more.
everything else is Chrome apps.
Okay, so it's more like just
It's
for.
more like a giant Android, really. I mean, that's
Okay.
really all you can put on it.
So it's good for typing and surfing and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not good for programming or anything like that.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it for that.
Okay. And what about desktop or laptop computers other than Chrome? Any other
I
brands use?
primarily use Asus
Asus.
for everything. Yeah, I tend to be brand loyal to them. My last desktop was my custom built desktop was an Asus. My laptops are all Asus right now. I tend to be pretty brand loyal to them.
And
They've been pretty good to me. So
when you have issues with repairs, what kind of horror stories have you heard?
I don't usually have horror stories. I'll be honest with you. I used to a long time ago, but not no more.
You pay the extra amount of money to not have the horror stories? Is that it?
No, I mean I don't have the horror stories. I used to back in the day until I learned what not to do, but now I know what not to do, so I don't get in trouble anymore. And I tend to buy a new computer every 2 years, so that makes it a lot easier to not have problems as well.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So every couple of years, I'm just swapping computers.
Yeah, I do that too. But every couple of years, I buy a newer machine, and then this one goes to one of the other people here in the house if they want it. But
What I recommend to my clients is, if you buy I wouldn't say the most expensive one, but if you buy the most expensive one, you could probably last about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
If you're buying the halfway model, I would say you're lasting about 2 years, and then you need a new one.
Yeah.
And if you're buying cheap ones, buy one a year, you'll be fine because
That's right.
you'll still have. And the reason I recommend it that way is because 2 years from now, if you're spending $1,000 on a laptop, which is about the halfway mark for expensive, I guess, on a PC, but if you spend about $1,000 on a laptop, 2 years from now, you can spend the same $1,000 and get what's better than the $2,000 laptop is today.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So there's no use buying the $2,000 laptop today when in 2 years I can get the newer version of what they got.
Now, Dad, the computer that I gave you, Dad, with the power supply on the outside of it because we couldn't get the proper power supply to replace it. Who's using that right now? You or Mom? Mom. Okay. How is it going? Pretty good still?
It's okay.
Well, of course he's going to give you the lend me down to the one that doesn't use the computer that often.
No. Well, the computer I had before, the power supply let out, and it's a little mini power supply. What is it? You want $400 for a power supply?
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
What?
It was $400.
Yeah.
So I got a
Power supply you need. Jesus.
No,
From nuclear?
it's a mini. It's a mini case. Everything's mini in it, and a mini power supply. It's literally a little tiny stick power supply.
It's a small rectangular power supply,
Yeah.
but they had it at 200 watts. And if you look at the specs on the machine, you need at least 300.
Yeah, at least, and then
So we put a 450 on it.
yeah, but a full size one, but it's mounted on the outside of the computer right now with the cables going in underneath.
No, but the power supply is rated lower than what the machine actually needs.
Yeah. So when I was doing video editing and stuff, I was maxing out the processor and the hard drives. I was just burning out that computer. It's amazing that power supply lasted 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, 2 years. Yeah.
But
A friend of mine had a laptop catch fire while on his lap while watching TV.
Oh my.
That must have been a really hot show.
no, but there again, you don't put them on cloth or something. There is no air circulation.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I got the little mini laptops, I bought 3 of them, one for me, Tina, and Jackie. And what I did is I went out and got some 1x10 plank, and I cut the boards, sanded off the edges, and I told them when you put it on your lap, put the plank on your lap, put the laptop on the plank, and that left the space for the air to flow, and you don't get the jeans or your material plugging up the vents.
Yeah.
And that protected those little devices really well.
Well, they actually, for laptops, they'll sell you a base. It's got about an inch foot in all 4 corners. And you sit your laptop on it, and it's always an inch off of whatever, except beds and stuff like that. And that doesn't work.
Tiffy had one that was got me one. It's a you put it on a desk, but it has little legs that fan out. It's got 2 fans. It's nice if you set up on a desk. It's got the fans that blow into the laptop. It worked well.
Yeah.
but the fan's plugged into the USB port. Your
Uh,
battery went crash because
Well,
it's running two fans.
what if you plug your computer in, battery won't be an issue.
Yeah, I know, but if you're using it where there's no power, a lot of places
Yeah.
when I use that device, I'd be like in the park or something. So
Well, yeah, that's annoying.
yeah,
yeah, but if you're going to the park, what do you need a laptop for? You go to the park to exercise, play
No.
sports, or
no, I go to park, sit at a park bench with my coffee, and write an article.
oh God,
I did, and that's how.
I wouldn't go there.
Well, I do, and then you like today I backspace. You look at all the ladies run
And
by.
if, the last time I went to the park there, like in SEL, you can't sit on them. The pigeons are all over the place there with the seagulls. Guess what's on those benches?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, you don't want to sit on them. That's for sure.
Whoa.
I'm sitting here with my one leg up, and I have my laptop. I'm holding my laptop over my leg, so the edges hang over my leg,
Yeah,
Well,
so it gets air.
yeah.
it's not getting enough air. That's for sure.
Well, no, as long as you're not plugging up the vent. There's little grills underneath. You can't.
They
plug
actually need all the air you can supply them,
those. That's it. No,
technically speaking.
well,
By no means.
well, the other thing also is these microprocessors heat up a lot, and their body heat will heat up the processor too.
That too,
You
yeah.
know, the hard drive and all that. They say it's a laptop, and this is something I was telling Jackie. They say it's meant for this, but they also don't tell you that it's meant to break down so that you could have to buy another one. You know, so it's yeah, it's like our stuff is not engineered like it was back in the
Or if you watch the movies, a little teenager, she gets a phone call, the laptop is on the bed, and she takes off and leaves it there. It's still running, by the way.
yeah.
Not very cool. Not
Hey,
very
hey, before we end off, guys, when for those of you that got laptops, do you cover the camera when you're not using the camera? Brianna?
Well, you close the lid.
No. If the lid's open, you're doing something. The camera's right there. Do you cover the camera?
No.
You should. Josh knows about this, right, Josh? They're able to activate your camera now, and without you knowing it, and watch you.
No, but like Brianna's using the camera on the laptop right now.
Yeah, but when you're not using the camera, when you're just using the laptop or surfing, I take a piece of paper or a business card or something, I fold it over, and I make it so that I just set it over top the camera spot. Or take some black tape and cover up just cover a little piece of black tape over the camera lens, because the hackers are able to activate that camera no problem at all and see everything you're doing without you knowing about it. It is.
Yeah, but they hacked Josh, or they want that poster.
Yeah, they want the
You're
minion.
more likely to see my dogs.
Yeah, but it's still invasion of privacy. Hey, Josh, how about you, buddy? Do you cover up your camera?
What? No, I don't have to
You don't have to. Why?
because I never have it on.
No, you don't need to have it on.
Oh, you mean the TSA, the NSA thing?
Yeah.
No,
Not
I
even
did.
NSA, but hackers in general are able to activate your camera without you knowing it.
Dude, if they want to hack my camera, they'll see the most boring stream in their life. They'll probably get bored to tears.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. I say the same thing for me. There's Merlin's big butt.
Every
Hey,
now
Merlin,
and then I just randomly strip, and that takes them all offline, right?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Like, do. Let's look at. Hey, Josh. Let's look at nipples.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh! I got a T-shirt underneath. Oh, jeez. Oh! I got.
No, here the only ones you got to worry about is the NSA. That's it.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. No, James, before we finish up, no, I did not forget to send you your mugs. I got confirmation that they do got the mugs. I'm going to be doing them probably tomorrow. I'll get those mugs out.
tomorrow you're going to have a snow day now.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be snow again, isn't it? Yeah. No,
Yeah, tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yeah, but it's tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But it's going to be a snow day in there, guys.
Yeah,
That's for
but it won't take long to sit down and go through fingerprint and send them off. Yeah. And I do have your address, right, James? You did email. You did email to me, right? Yes, James. Yes. 15, 20 seconds later, cricket. But we do have to wrap up the show, guys. It's past 4 o'clock, and some of us do have to get going to other stuff. My dad always has to get her coffee. Josh has clients, and it's only Brianna that goes, "Aw."
Well, if you can stay on.
The after chat. If any of you in the chat want to get into the after chat, we continue talking after the show is done. I'll put the link in the chat. If you guys want to get on, you can come in here after the video ends. We continue talking about stuff. It's not recorded. We call it the after chat. We talk bad about everybody. We talk smack about people who don't show up, and like you, James. And no, not true. But we do continue on. But with that said, guys, we're here Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific Time, or Germany's time, whatever time that is. But it's about 9 p.m. Yeah, 9. And we talk about anything and everything. Today was tech. Geez, Josh missed the whole show. Was showed up late. It was a good tech show too. I thought it was pretty cool. And this is what we need. We need people talking and saying, what they want to talk about.
Also, send in your ideas.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you want people to talk about?
That's right. If you're on YouTube watching this, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. If I answered stuff and you didn't see what was written, it's because I'm reading off of Twitch. So if you want to follow us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Mardox1. The link's in the below the video. And that's where we live stream. We then rebroadcast to YouTube after. So with that said, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. You guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.